Have you ever heard of Adah and Zillah? If your answer is no, you're not alone. Adah and Zillah are two women mentioned only briefly in the Bible, tucked away in Genesis 4, in a verse that many people skim past. But their story, though short, is surprisingly rich. These women lived in a time of beginnings, the earliest generations after Adam and Eve, in a world still being shaped. And while they don't have chapters dedicated to them, their mention is far from meaningless. This is their story and why it matters. In Genesis 4:19, we meet Lamech, a descendant of Cain, and with him, we meet his two wives, Adah and Zillah. This verse says, Lamech married two women, one named Adah and the other Zillah. Yes, that's it. Just one verse to introduce them. But let's not mistake brevity for insignificance. Adah and Zillah were the first women in Scripture to be named after Eve. They lived in a world where society was beginning to take shape. Agriculture, music, metallurgy. Civilization was emerging, and these women were at the heart of it. They are remembered as the mothers of innovation. Adah gave birth to Jabal, the father of those who live in tents and raise livestock. And his brother Jubal was the father of all who play stringed instruments and pipes. Zillah gave birth to Tubal-Cain, a metalworker who forged tools out of bronze and iron. In just a few lines, we learn that these women bore children who shaped the arts, technology, and agriculture. Adah and Zillah mothered the builders of culture. Their sons would become pillars of human innovation. And what does that tell us? That these women were more than wives in the background. They were participants in humanity's unfolding story. They nurtured, they witnessed, they carried legacy. But their story takes a turn. Lamech, their husband, is remembered for something quite different. In Genesis 4:23-24, he delivers a chilling poem, often called the Song of the Sword. Adah and Zillah, listen to me. Wives of Lamech, hear my words. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for injuring me. It's the first recorded poem in the Bible, and it's violent. Imagine being addressed in this way. Adah and Zillah are silent in this moment. They say nothing. But their presence, their witness to this declaration, is powerful. In naming them, the text invites us to consider what it meant to be a woman listening to violence, standing between power and progress. Their silence echoes, not because they were weak, but because history didn't write down their response. And maybe that's where we come in. Adah and Zillah are ancestors of all who raise creators, all who witness moments of fear and still nurture hope. They remind us that impact isn't always loud. Sometimes legacy is born in quiet strength. So next time you read Genesis, don't skip the names. Adah and Zillah were real women, mothers, makers, witnesses, and their story is still unfolding in us. This is the power of hidden voices. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, share it and subscribe for more untold stories of women in the Bible.